9 o'clock is really amazing. I mean, it's
very nice.
almost the whole base measure. So
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Okay. Welcome to Yeshiva Dav Shir sponsor Louis Nishbas. I'm Yaakov Shalom and Lea Basitzchok. We're holding in Basra Daf Pevov Amud Aleph. Yesterday we got towards the middle of Amud Aleph because that's what the sugya continues into. So we're starting from the words Tanan Hasam. Tanan Hasam is towards the middle of Amud Aleph. It says like this: Nechosim. We learned this in Maseches Kiddushin. Nechosim she'ein lehem sheyesh lehem achayos nikim mekeseh b'shtar v'chazak. What's the chazuk sheyesh lehem achayos? That is referring to land. So land. How do you purchase land? How do you acquire land? With money, with shtar, with the chazak. V'she'ein lehem achayos. If there's no achayos, and nikrim elim meshicha. So then the nikrim with the meshicha, which you pull it. So in Surah they say the following in Rav Chizdo. And Mepodisa they say the name of Kahana. For some say Mishpei de Rova. Right? So different Gursaras, the ones who put Mepodisa. Laishon, when do we say that we have a din? That what? When do we say that we're quoting a Mashiach? Only things that you don't do agbo. If things that you could pick up, you don't do Mashiach. Why is that so? So Pashup Shat is agbo is a better kinyan. Agbo is a better kinyan. You could do it anywhere, as we learned it earlier. Agbo koyin b'chol makom. So agbo is a stronger kinyan. So if I have the ability to do a strong kinyan, I have to do the strong kinyan in order to be kohen. That's what it is. Just to mention two heoris here al derech hamachshava. The Kamainer Rebbe brings the idea that Hagbah is when you be something to above, when you're giving something to Hakadosh Baruch Hu, to Hagbah. Mashiach is when you pull something into a rishus that belongs to Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Rishus hayachid is associated with Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Mesira is miyad leyad. So Hagbah means you bring something above. Something you can elevate that way, you just bring it above, you elevate it. You don't have to start pushing it into rishus. Your kinyan should be that way. And the Parayitz is brought down that you see from here, anything that has a certain way of kinyan, you can't be kohen in a different way. So he explains based on that, the oimik, the fact that Torah is only nikneh when a person gives up on the joy of Olam Hazeh. Says why? Because not this pshat that, it's gula, if you give up on Olam Hazeh, you'll be kohen Torah. Pshat is that Torah, in order to be kohen Torah, you have to do darkei kinyan of Torah. If you're kohen something which is ba'agbo, with a Mashiach, it doesn't work. So if I'm creating Torah with pleasures of Olam Hazeh, it doesn't work. It's not the darkei kinyan of Torah. Everyone has its own derech kinyan. If you use the wrong one, it doesn't work. That's what the Gemara says. Yosef Abaye called me last night. So Abaye mentioned, Eisivir Abad the Bar Matan Abaye. So Rabbi Mamad asked Abaye, Hagoynev, this remember that we have Masach Shabbos, Masach Ksubis. Hagoynev Kiz b'Shabbos, someone who steals a wallet on Shabbos. So he goes from Rishus Harabim to Rishus Hayochid to Rishus Harabim. He's over a Yisr. He's over a Yisr. The keys is over Yisr Shabbos. So when you chayav miso on Shabbos, you're not chayav in the moment. Say there, he is chayav. Why? Meaning what? He takes the wallet and he picks it up in Rishus Hayochid. It's not over Yisr Shabbos by then. You just pick up a wallet. So by picking up the wallet, he's kohen to the wallet. Now he takes the wallet and walks to Rishus Hayochid, Rishus Harabim. Shabbos comes later. So the misa, the death, comes later. It's not coming together. When do we say kimle b'deravimini? When they come together. So here they're not coming together. But if he's pulling it out, he's doing Mashiach, pushing it out from Rishus of the owner outside. So then what it is? Potter. Why? Shahisu Shabbos v'gneva boykecha. They're both coming together. How are they coming together? When he pulls it out, he's kohening. We can explain. He's kohening. He's not taking into Rishus Harabim. He's taking into a simto. He's taking into. He's kohening in a way that's not going to Rishus Harabim. What do you see over here? He's doing Mashiach. He's pulling it out from Rishus Hayochid. He's chayav on Shabbos because he took it from Rishus Hayochid to a place of Rabin like a simto. And in the same moment, he's also kohen the moment. So the moment and the misa go together. The death for Shabbos and the money that is chayav for the stealing is coming in the same moment.
You just said you can't do the shikli.
Oh, very good. Says the Gemara, oh, Varikis, the Bagbo. Ask the Gemara what Tib is asking. But if a what, you can pick it up. Tib, that's your question, right? If you're doing Agbo, if you're able to do Agbo, so why couldn't be Mashiach? Amalei b'mitno. So what is mitno? So the Rashbam says at the beginning he thought it means a small wallet. It means a small wallet. So he says, Ananavi mean the comment. Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I'm pointing out. Talking about a small wallet. Amalei b'midi debayi mitno. We're talking about something which is very, very big. In other words, it needs a big rope. It's something large. It's not meant to do Agba. And that's how the Mashiach works. Now, so what did we say before? That you picked it up. When I said you picked it up, you did it. So what is it? So the Pshat is talking about two different cases. Case number one is a small wallet. And the case number one is talking about a big wallet. Or we talk about a big wallet. But even something which is not dark or bagbo, you still can be Kari bagbo if you want to. You don't have to be Kari bagbo. Something which is the normal way to do agbo, you can do Mashiach. But it's something that's very large, you can do Mashiach. Agbo. So that the place keep bringing. Let's say you have something, a very large thing, not supposed to do agbo, but someone did agbo. So if Zilbu's team brings a Shiloh, that someone went and he took a fridge, and the fridge, you're supposed to pull it, but instead of pulling it, he picked it up. The worker is a very strong guy, was able to pick it up. Are you kidding? So he said, agbo always works.
So the Mashiach works that he moves it.
He pulled it out.
But if the minute he pulls it into Rishus Yachid,
he's taking Rishus Yachid to the Simto.
but the minute he moves it into Rishus Yachid, he takes possession.
No, because Mashiach doesn't work in the Rishus of the owner.
But it's so large, you said that he has to move it.
Yeah, it doesn't work in Rishus.
Only when he crosses the border.
Yeah, only across the border. Only once he crosses the border of the Rishus Yachid, then he's kaini. Then he's over Yisrael Shabbos.
Sometimes it's considered Rabbi.
Oh, so that's what the Rishbam points out here, that the Simtos are Rishus Rabbim for Shabbos, but not for Kinyan. It's a middle thing. That's like a more than Ksubis.
That people can use to public service.
So Bitzat Shabbos, Yisrael Shabbos. It's public space, but you can be kaini. Right? So the Gemara says, okay, so the Gemara says, so the Chor you see here, you can do a B'shuv without Agbo. So no, we're talking about something which is very large.
I thought the size of Rosh Hashanah, the number of people. So how can I say that to be Rosh Hashanah?
No, the Gabi Simto.
I'm saying the physical.
No, Simto is a small area which is connected to Shus Rabbim.
So it's not like a Karmelis?
No, because it's considered to be connected. All the Rabbim go in there. There's no mechitzas. In order to be a Karmel, you have to have a mechitzah, you have to have a separate Rishus, not a separate Rishus. So, the Gabi Shabbos will be Shabbos. The Gabi Kenyan is good enough because people can have their own, like a little private area over there. Says the Gemara, Toshva, another way. That's what we saw later. Which we mentioned in the previous daf. How do you do B'shuz Moicher? You have to either do Agba or you do Meshicha. You can pick and choose. How you buy Agba, you buy Agba, you buy Meshicha, you can do either or. No, it's not the same item. Whatever is pickable, you pick it up, so it's Agba. Whatever is Meshicha is a Meshicha. Same one that people on one base. Toshva. Someone who sold fruit to his friend. He didn't do medido. He didn't go and measure how much fruits are they. Kani. Is the bag bone knew. Talking about he could do agbo. Vektani the kol mishicho. It says mishicho. So again, you see, so even something you could do agbo, you could do mishicho for it. We're talking about large items, large fruits basically. So we're talking about something very large, and that's why in Echanami, we're talking about something which you don't do agbo. It's not small. It's big packages. Yeah, he said more MSA. Let's go to the next part. Someone who took flax from his friend. That was the end of our Mishnah. By flax, you have to be metal from one place to another. So, what is, and the Gemara understands, what does it mean? The Talmud goes in Mokum Acher. It's talking about Hagbah. And that, the Rashbam points out, why you say Talmud goes in Mokum Acher? Hagbah doesn't need to take it anywhere. Usually you pick something up, you take it somewhere else. I'm picking you up, I'm not putting it down right away, I'm going to somewhere with it. But it means Hagbah. Says the Gemara, if the first part of the Mishnah talks about large packages, so the fox is large packages. So why are you doing Hagbah? Says the Gemara, Shari Pishton Mishtamit. Pishton, if you do Mashicha, it falls apart. Because the flax, once you pull some of it, the other part falls apart. So the best way to pick up the pishta is to do it in small packages, pick it up. So you don't have big packages? The Rashbam discusses different pirush over here. The idea is, you usually pishta and you pick it up. What if it's big packages? You'll divide it to small packages to pick it up. Because you don't want to pull it. If you pull it, it will fall off. I want to video Avashi, Toshma, that's it. So a big animal, you do a mesiro. You give the buyer takes part of it. And a dark bag what? Divir Amir. Shum Lozo v'chachim oimrim. Divir Amir Shum Lozo. Chachim oimrim be'im odako v'mishicho. Be'im odako small be'im do mishicho. Ve'be'im odako dover bag boy v'ktani mishicho. It says the be'im odako you could do agbo and it's still calling mishicho. So the more shari be'imo desarcho. Be'imo they put their feet into the ground, they hold themselves tight. So they don't, it's very hard to pick them up. So even though from the weight, it's easy to pick, it's not a heavy thing, because they stick the feet into the ground, that is considered to be something which is hard to pick up, and therefore you do Mashiach. So the point of Shah, the Gemara comes out, the Be'im Adako Nikri B'Mashiach, because it's hard to pick it up. Then we do Mashiach and Anakbo. But Rav Hai Goyen brings, Shredding pointed out, that the pshat is that the Mashiach B'Be'ima is like Akbo. Mine of Kirino. If I do Mashiach, let's say, not into Rishus, by Rishus. Akbo Chodim Chol Mokim. Notice that the Mashiach by Be'ima, according to Rav Hai Goyen, that's the Akbo. That is Akbo. One just says, how do I make Bia Be'ima? Yeah. In other words, the Gemara, the point of Pshat Gemara, the way most of Shem learn is a Be'im Odako. The Gemara says you should be able to do Akbo. So the Gemara, no, you can't do Akbo because it's a Misricha. It holds them tight to the wall. So therefore, what do you do? Mashiach and not Akbo. So you have to do the Mashiach. Says Rav Hai Goyen, no, the Mashiach is its Akbo. I don't change your mind, it's Akbo. You do Akbo. But how do I do Akbo Be'im Odako or Mashiach? Because it holds on to it.
Yeah, but let's say you do Mishnah buying the hand of Daka.
Yeah, for sure you could, like we said before. But the point is, the year will be koine even if you don't get the Rishus HaYachid.
According to that shot that Mashiach is Akbar, maybe regular Akbar is...
So coach can over. Yeah, right now. Says the Gemara, Rav.
That's move.
Yeah, you move it. You do move it. Rav Shmuel David Tavayu. Now the Gemara says more Monikuda. Rav Shmuel David Tavayu. Kur b'shloishim ani moichel l'chol. Someone says, I'm going to sell you a kur. Now, it happens to be that a kur has 30 sale. Right? So he's selling him a kur, which is 30 sale, and he's selling it for 30. The din is, yochel lachzor boy filu b'sei achorin. He can change his mind. Why? I said I'm selling you a kur. This is not a kur. This is only this is less than a kur. Right? I sell you one core. I meant to be creating the whole thing. Until I don't fill it up to the amount, I am moichel. I want it to be exactly that amount. When you get to that amount, then I'm selling it. You can change your mind if you feel b'sei. But if he said, kur b'shloishim seir b'sela, so I'll give you a full core, that's the amount. But I'm giving you each seir b'sela. In other words, it's 30 seir, and it's 30 for 30 sela. One sale by seller. So it means for every sale you're moving one. So therefore we should cut. Everyone is purchased everything he pulls is cut. So we learned, Leil, what did we learn? That when it was a mido of one of them, the Gemara said in the Bryce that we mentioned yesterday's daf, Today, if the midah belongs either to the seller or to the buyer, and you fill it up, so then it's not koine. So it's koine to the one who owns it, seller or the buyer. If the buyer owns the kli and the seller gives to the buyer the item, even though it did not fill up, he still sells it to him. Says the one, yeah, no, we're talking about that case. They told him, I'm giving you the full amount for 12 and 1 per one. So in other words, every one that he's giving is selling it. How do you know? We're talking about liquid. So how do I know when do you get to one? It's very hard to measure by liquid. Visual items, I can say, one fruit. So we say there's shnos. Shnos means there's signs in the middle that you see until where it fills it up. 1, 2, so you see, filled up 1, koine, 2, and they'll give you a stas, and they're koine 1 by 1. Right, so shnos means like a measuring scale. Toshma soiches apoyel asois imoy legoyim hayoim bedinar. In other words, a person goes and he rents a worker, and he says, let's go, I'm hiring you today for a dinar. Dinar is a small coin, because I'm hiring you today. Same with the Pizana Mudalef. Ulegoyim yofesel. But if you go in the time of the goyim, and the goyim means when you have the harvest called. He comes to the harvest, let's say, is in Shavuos time. He comes to the middle of the winter, he says, listen, I want to hire you, and because I'm doing it early, let's make a discount. Okay. So how much I would do for you if it would be in Shavuos? It would be a sell. How much it will be if you do it right now? A dinner. So I'm going to pay you now a dinner. I'll give you a dinner if we do it now. So the Gemara says the problem of ribbis. Why is the problem of ribbis? Because the work is getting him a value of selling, right? You hire a worker to do for your work. How much is the work worth? Selling. But because I paid you early, you're giving you a dinner. So if you'd pay me later, it would be a seller. Now I pay you early because of dinner. So that means they're giving you less for when you have to tonas voice. Because I gave it to you early, what's the definition of ribbis? Scharam tonas voice. Because you would let me get the money early, I'm giving you back more than it's worth. You gave me $2, and I'm giving you a work of $5 because of the time. So the Gemara says it's really, we'll see no, it's not really ribbis, it only looks like ribbis. Says the Gemara, so also let us remember. But he says, I'm not hiring you with them. I'm hiring you right now. Start to work right now. From today, every day you're going to work, and you're slowly going to work day by day. So every day, you're gaining a little bit of money. Then it's about to. Say more, 1 second. It's like that, kush lo yusela. Vesela and moichelecho. Risha kono. Hachidami kama mivsek posuk vosul ementi menu. Yeah, dine leon girl say yefesela mutar yamai valgonotalihu. Everybody understand? We just learned, when I come and tell you, I'm giving you 30 for this amount, and 1 by 1 for each 1/30th. So what does it mean? Basically what you're doing, you're dividing it into 30 pieces. One, when I do give you the first coin, I got the 1, second coin, I get the second, third coin, the third, etc. So that's what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. You're telling me that we divide, it doesn't become one long work. So it says more same thing by the worker. When the worker comes and says like this, I'm going to give you now work, and I'm going to start paying you today for the things you're doing right away. Okay, so for today you pay me, but not for tomorrow, not for the day after, not for the goyim. So what does it help me that for today is not ribbis? It is ribbis for what I'm going to be doing for you in a month. Because it's divided, it's split into small pieces. So Bishop told me it's one big work. It's going to be one big work. So I started today, I didn't gain it, I didn't wait anything. But once you tell me that when I buy a big amount, and I tell you, and each one per day, or each one per amount, it's divided, so what I'm doing later is a separate work than today. That's what I was asking. So again, let's see the word inside. If I say this losh, so it's divided each one per piece, each one is divided. So you're not enjoy it. If you start today, it's mutar, it's still doing ribbis. So now, that's not ribbis. That's not ribbis. Ribbis means when I lend you money, you give me back more money. I can hire myself for less money. I come to a worker, the worker can't find work. And usually you pay the worker $100 an hour, this guy, and he says, I'll pay you 50. Well, you can't do it.
It's also a seasonal.
Even though, yeah, but the Gemara is asking about, I can hire myself whatever work I want. The fact that somebody else costs $100, I want to do 50, I'm giving you a discount. It's not a ribbis. Right? Says the Gemara, so if so, Maishto, Reisha, Maishto, what's the difference between if he tells him, I'm going to hire you today for 3 months from now, or hire you today and start today? Reisha, you don't start today. Save it, COVID, just what it looks like. This is not ribbis at all. It's not ribbis. It just doesn't look right. Because if I come and tell you, listen, I hire myself for $100 an hour in 2 weeks. And now I'm going to hire you, you give me $80, so I'm going to give you the work in 2 weeks. It looks like ribbis. Even though it's not ribbis, because it looks like I'm giving you 80 and you're getting back 100. Really, that's not what happened. If I start working right away, it doesn't look so much like ribbis. Even though mitzad din, there's no difference. So as the Gemara, you're right. There's no difference between 2 weeks from now starting today because it's anyway divisible. The question is, what looks worse? It looks worse when I start now and finish later. It looks okay when I start right away, even though they're both mutter. So that's why it's not a right to our sunnah. Okay, let's just get to the Mishnah. 2 lines to get to the Mishnah. It says whatever's in the karka, he did a little bit of tlisha, he did a little bit of pulling from the karka, he's kohen. Why if you pull it from the karka, you're kohen? That was the source of chazakah. The seller told the buyer, I want to give you the whole karka. So what should you do? Do some work in it and you'll be kohen. So look, it's almost like chazak l'kni. Tell him, go do some chazakah and you're kohen. So if the seller is giving the right to the buyer to do some chazakah, that works. So here they're giving you the right, just do a little bit of yipui, that works, and it's koine the koine kol mashal. Say go Rabbi Say. So we're here, Be'ez Hashem. Continue from the Mishnah tomorrow night at 8 p.m.